Mr. Ma, who lived in the east of Shaoxing, inherited 100 acres of fertile land but was known for his ruthless nature. Every autumn harvest season, he would find excuses to increase the rent, and the tenants secretly called him the living king of hell. This year, after the rice was harvested, a dozen farmers gathered under the old locust tree at the village entrance, worried. The Ma family wanted to raise the rent by 30%. But the cost of harvesting the fields barely covered their expenses. At this time, someone suggested seeking advice from Su Wanchong in the city, known for his cleverness in advising the poor. Everyone hurried 5 miles overnight to meet the thin scholar in the small courtyard of Guanxiang. After hearing the full story, Su Wanchong accompanied them to the field for 3 rounds. Then he pointed to the rice stacks on the threshing ground and smiled. "Please tie the rice ears into a pile and don't beat the grains down." It turned out that Su Wanchong had figured out the Ma family's rent collection strategy. The actual amount collected in the barn was always considered, regardless of the number of rice ears in the field. He instructed the tenants to tie the rice straw with ears into round stacks, 10 feet high. From a distance, they looked golden, with the grains still in the ears. When the Ma family's accountant came with a big bucket to collect the rent, every household left only children to guard the door, claiming their parents had gone to dig wild vegetables to fill their stomachs. The accountant looked at the rice stacks and reached out to tear them apart to check the grains, but a clever child stopped him. The heavy rain the day before yesterday smashed the ears. "If you're not afraid of the musty smell, tear them apart." The accountant, afraid of taking responsibility, left with a harsh remark. "Landlord will personally check in half a month." That night, the riverbank was ablaze as the tenants burned the rice ears to ashes, but they had already hidden the threshed grain in the cellar. The next day, Mr. Ma came by boat and saw the ground covered with burnt ashes and green smoke. He searched the entire village and found not a single grain of rice, so he assumed it had all been burned. Although the county government ruled that next year's harvest must be used to pay off the debt, it finally solved the current dilemma. In the blink of an eye, it was the spring plowing season, and Su Wanchong taught a new method. He asked everyone to harvest the early rice half a month earlier and plant water chestnuts in the fields instead. The leaves of this crop resemble rice seedlings, but the fruits in the soil are hard to detect. When the autumn harvest came, Mr. Ma saw the rice stalks were short and did not produce ears. The old tenant squatted on the ground and sighed. "Last year I was so hungry that my hands were shaking. How could I have the energy to fertilize and weed?" Mr. Ma grabbed the water chestnut leaves and mistook them for rice seedlings. He was so angry that he cursed, "This winter, everyone will plant wheat." In the cold winter, Su Wanchong asked the tenants to interplant leeks between the ridges. In the spring, Mr. Ma came with his servants to harvest wheat. Looking around, the fields were full of green wheat seedlings standing straight, but when he looked closer, he could not see any wheat ears. It turned out that leeks have slender leaves and look very similar to wheat seedlings when they are not in the ear. Mr. Ma stood in the field holding a sickle, and the tenant hurried forward and said, "There is a plague in this field. Only seedlings grow but no ears." Mr. Ma's eyes went dark, and he stumbled and fell into the leek field. After 3 years of such troubles, the Ma family had to pay the government grain and could not collect rent, so they had to sell the land at a low price. Afterwards, Su Wanchong revealed the secret at the tea stall. "You have to pinch the snake 7 inches to hit it, and the evil people are blinded by greed. Our hiding of grain in ashes is a delaying tactic, and changing the seedlings is a maze." Everyone then understood that the scholar's 3 plans were all in line with Landlord Ma's mean and forgetful nature. Now the Ma family's house has changed its owner, but Su Wanchong's 3 strategies have become a folk song in the countryside. Rice ears burn to ashes, water chestnuts sleep in water, leeks are wheat seedlings, specializing in dealing with living devils. This story later became a life-saving talisman for tenants in Shaoxing. There is no need to fight hard to deal with evil people, and the best strategy is to outsmart them.